Hey guys, we wanted to let you know that we are home. Charlotte spent the first night in her bed. She's doing really well so far today. She is still in quite a bit of pain, but the medication regimen that she's on does seem to be helping. She's taking her medicines orally, which was a huge battle in the hospital, so we're really proud of her. And we're just kind of in this phase right now where the next several weeks she will recover, and then we'll have a better idea of where her baseline is in terms of her symptoms and whether or not this surgery helped relieve any of those symptoms. At this point, there's been no improvement at all in her symptoms, but there's still a lot of time for things to change in that way. We will be following up with a whole bunch of specialists over the next few weeks. So we'll be pretty busy on top of moving. So if you want to be praying for us still, just that the moving process would go super smoothly, especially with Charlotte, because I know that's going to be really stressful on her, and that we would be able to get the help that we need to move in without harming her at all, just with needing to rest and to be careful. We also wanted to say, to share a little bit about like how this experience was for us being in the hospital, and also how all of you have had such an incredible impact on us. Being in the hospital is really hard. I knew it was going to be hard, but I don't think it really hit me like how serious all of this was until we were sitting in the OR with her. As they were prepping her, like they were just going through the list of like, oh, these are all the things that could go wrong, and like this is actually a really serious surgery. And I think the gravity of like having to let her go and to trust other people, other humans, with her care was just really emotional. But we just are so amazed and so grateful that God protected her, and that the doctors were able to find and do everything that they needed to. And just the staff at the hospital was outstanding. Like her nurses and doctors went above and beyond for our family. And we were just really reminded by God like how much He's there even in those really high stress and really difficult moments. The other thing that we both kind of had to work through is remembering that we're human and that we are simple people, and we definitely don't have our faith down perfectly. We can't, like, we're not going to, because we're human. So being able to be real with ourselves, like, hey, I'm really struggling with faith right now, or hey, like, I'm just feeling really irritable and having a really hard time coping with these emotions right now, like, and realizing like we need to step away from the situation for a minute so that we can get right in our hearts with God. So that was really a very humbling thing to walk through these last 2 days. Personally, myself, I've been struggling a lot with just feeling very overwhelmed and not really being able to like just rest in the Lord, and having a really hard time making time to just spend in the Word and to be praying. So for me, like, this has been a huge growing process in being able to take a step back in the middle of like really high stress situations, and to remember like that God's there and that He is walking this with me, and forcing myself really to step aside and just make Him first, instead of allowing my emotions to kind of like roll me through that. So it's still like majorly a work in progress. One of the things that I think I'm going to do to help myself with this is to take a step back from social media and to eliminate other distractions. I have a really cool season of my life right now where I have a month off of school, so I just really want to spend that time in the Word with my family and just to not be distracted by anything, because I really think that I need that right now. So that's one thing that this whole experience has really helped show me. And then like Alex has been just amazing. Like this has been awesome for our marriage, and just being able to really have open and honest conversations with each other, and really like talking through some hard stuff, and being able to like be in this really high stress situation where we're relying on each other. And it's just been really eye-opening and really good for us in our marriage. So that's been awesome. I know Alex had the opportunity to talk to a couple people that he was just really blessed by as well. So while this was a really hard situation, it was also, I think, instrumental in really just helping God work in our hearts and areas in our life. And I think, like, just from experience, anytime we walk through something really hard, God uses those experiences and situations to really just like cultivate our hearts after Him. And we either have the choice to allow it to create bitterness and hardness in our hearts, and mistrust. Like we we have a hard time believing that he has the best for us in those moments. But when we are able to step outside of that and to really understand like that God is so much bigger than us, that we're small humans in the scheme of everything, but even though we're small humans, God still intricately loves us and knows us and wants good things for us. And to be able to just trust him through that, like, it changes you and it grows you in ways that you could never imagine until you're standing outside of that situation and you can see the ways that God has like just orchestrated and had his hand over you. Even in terms of like material and physical things, but also spiritually and emotionally, the growth and the depth of that is just beyond our comprehension. So I think it's just really amazing that like God uses all of the things that we go through in our life to grow us and to speak and cultivate our hearts after him. But we also have a choice in the midst of those hard situations to let it grow us or to become bitter and hard. So my encouragement to you is, no matter what you're walking through right now, no matter what kind of tragedy you're facing or heartbreak or fearful situation, God has a heart for you. And he longs to comfort you and to be there with you. And even though you may not see how this could be a good thing or how he's going to grow you through this, just step back and breathe and just pray. And look for God. Look for him, those small things. Trust that he's going to take care of you and provide for you, even in the face of insurmountable challenges. Alex and I have been walking this road for a really long time. And we have walked through financial hardships. We've walked through physical hardships with health. We've had challenges in our life situation. Like, it's just been one thing after another. And God still, every single time, has come in and answered prayers in unique and unimaginable ways. And he's used things that we couldn't see or understand how it could be good for some of the best blessings we've ever experienced in our lives. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you in hopes that if you are going through hard things right now, that to just be encouraged that God is there with you and he is walking this with you right now. But, so the other thing I wanted to say too real quick is just that we've been amazed and blown away at how loving everyone's been.